Hey y'all, I'm coming tonight with two videos. Like I said before, I'm not going to do a video on every episode of Catfish, just the ones that's interesting. So I record Catfish and then I watch it the next day. So I watched Catfish last night, so I'm going to do Catfish and then Mary Mary. So this is Catfish season 4 episode 5, Chitara and Priscilla. And when they said Shatara, I was like, really? I have a cousin, her daughter's name is Chitara, so I was like, hey. Oh, so let's just get into it, y'all. Now, this one, y'all, it was interesting. It was, okay, the heater just went off, so hopefully it doesn't, I'll be finished by the time it comes back on. Okay, pretty much, we have Shatara, who's 28. Y'all, was it me? But she favored and kind of sounded like K. Michelle in the face. Like, she favored K. Michelle in the face. And then we have Priscilla, who is 22, who supposedly looks like she's maybe like, I don't know, Filipino mix or something. I don't know. Okay, so they were dating online for 6 months, I think. Now, like I said in the other Catfish video that I did, the review, if you're supposedly living in the same area, because they supposedly both lived in the same city, if this person keeps coming up with excuses as to why y'all can't meet up, yeah, you might want to just go ahead and let that go. And you know, apparently Shatara actually said, am I being catfished? She asked Priscilla, and Priscilla was like, no, I'm just busy. She was a registered nurse, this Priscilla person. So she was just so busy. So out of the blue, Priscilla breaks up with Shatara, just out of the blue, and says, I found somebody else. I found a guy. Now, mind you, Shatara, the person who contacted Catfish, she's a mother of 2. And at one point she was engaged to her children's father. But she said she's been bisexual for a while, but she never really came out to her family. None of that. She's had girlfriends, but you know, she didn't really come out to her family about it. Well, because of this Priscilla person that she met online, she came out to her family, everything, because of Priscilla. Now, when Priscilla broke up with her, she was like, well, everything that I told you was a lie. Just move on with your life. I done found a man and blah, blah, blah. So Shatara's whole thing was, I want closure. So, of course, you know, they come and they do like, you know, they talk to her and they do a couple of searches and find out that the person who's supposedly Priscilla, she has countless fake Facebook pages with her pictures on it. And they also found out that Priscilla has pretty much, they met on Mogo Space, whatever it is. Cause y'all, I don't keep up no more. I guess I'm too old for it now here. But Facebook and Twitter, I don't worry about nothing else really. But, excuse me, she pretty much, Priscilla, she created multiple accounts. And she pretty much like commenting on the accounts saying, ooh, we talked last night for hours. We did uvu last night. Ooh, that was just too much, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, really putting on, but they figure it out. So when they contact her, y'all slept wrong with something because my neck has been hurting all day. When they come, you know, they contact them and be like, well, you know, this person really wants to meet you. Just come clean. So she's like, well, I moved on and I just feel like she need to move on. But if she really wants closure, I don't understand what this gonna do. But if she really wants closure, fine, I'll meet y'all. Now remember, she said she lived in the same city. When she gave her address, she didn't. She lived an hour and a half away. So they go. Now remember, you're supposed to be an RN. You're supposed to be making money, blah, blah, blah. No, they pull up to this, not the best kept house. I mean, because you never know what somebody going through. So what I was always taught, if you got just a little bitty house, a 1-room house, that's all you can afford, make that be the best 1 room that you can make it. And clearly from looking at his yard, you could tell that the yard was not kept. Clearly. So, Shatara like, well, what's this? This ain't how she told me she was living. So, they go to the door. And Shatara's like, you know what? I'm just going to hold back. Y'all going up to the door. And, of course, here comes, quote, unquote, Priscilla, whose name is actually Ashanti. Let her tell it. Instead of being 22, she's actually 18, but she was 17 when they met and was talking. She was 17 because she's only been, by the time they went in her house, she's only been 18 for a couple of weeks, and they already been broke up for a month. Okay. And she like, I mean, how she was acting, y'all, it was like, she was acting so, I don't know, like she was, part of it, she was acting nonchalant, but then she called herself trying to, I feel like she was putting on a front. And this is why. Because the next day they went back and, they talked to her, which she claimed that yes, she met a man, which y'all, I don't believe that. I believe she was lying about that. I honestly do. Because you know how they always be like 2-3 months later after filming, she refused to talk to them. She refused to talk to the producer. She refused everything. So, come on. Well, when they went back the second day to talk to her, because Chitara and Ashanti actually got into it. Like, yeah, they was fixing to fight. And I don't blame Chitara, because she was pretty much like, you playing a dangerous game, which, okay, I'm gonna hold it out. I'm gonna hold that. But I'm gonna talk about that too. So pretty much the second day when they met, Ashanti, if that's her real name, was saying like that she's been doing, making fake profiles and all this stuff since she was 13. Told the girl, she told Shatara that her mother was dead. Come to find out, that was a lie. Like, who lies about that? So she pretty much was like that, she's been doing it since she was 13 because she didn't say homeless, but she kind of danced around it a little bit. And, they ain't really have nowhere to stay and things was real bad. So she decided, well, I'll just make up, I'll just create somebody that I can be online. And she was like, she's done this for a long time. Now, to me, honestly, I feel like she needs help, because what 13-year-old, like, why would you purposely try to manipulate people like that? Like, and clearly, she don't care about talking to people that's way older than her. So who knows? She could have been 13, 14, trying to talk to grown people. So come on. Now, like I said, I really believe that she was lying. Like, you can tell she got low self-esteem. Like, it's pretty clear. Okay, this is my thing. Like I said, I had, back in the day, I had like a Yahoo account and stuff, and I would meet people, not like I never dated anybody, but I was friends. Actually, one of the people that I met, years ago, like maybe 10 years ago at this point, like I met him like on Yahoo or something. I can't remember exactly where, but we're still friends. It ain't nothing like that. I'm happily married. We've never met in person. We are Facebook friends. Now, Now, it's fun. I laugh because with me and him, like, I never once lied about how I look, nothing. But he found me on Facebook, and, you know, I was like, wait a minute. Even though I was not trying to talk to him like that, yeah, he had completely lied about how he looked. You know, even though I wasn't trying to talk to him like that. But yeah, we're still cool to this day. So I know that it's possible. But my thing is, unless you just never have any intentions of meeting someone, why lie about how you look? I mean, it's somebody for everybody. You know, times are evolving. I mean, there are people who, you know, accept a whole lot these days. So why lie? Like, that's my thing. Why lie? Unless you just honestly never have any intentions of ever meeting any of these people that you meet online. But why continuously get into relationships, you know, just for it to never go nowhere? Like, you don't ever want actual real human companionship? Like, seriously, I don't understand that. I mean, I don't care if you are 300-400 pounds, you just look a hot mess. I mean, you're not the prettiest thing. You just, somebody out there like you. Now, it may not be necessarily what you like. So maybe you need to change your appearance to meet what you like. But don't lie about how you look. Like, I don't understand that. Now, Chitara, when she said, she told Ashanti Priscilla, whatever her name was, because, y'all, we don't know if Ashanti was really her name. But when she said, you are playing a dangerous game, y'all, she telling the truth, because it is a dangerous game. Now, I don't know how true this is, but, y'all, I'm sorry. This, I'm drinking like a float, and it's so good. Now, I don't know how true this is, but it was something that was on Facebook. You know how, like, you see an article or something, and apparently a guy met who he thought was a guy on Facebook, I think, and they talked for a couple of weeks, and they were supposedly gonna meet up. Well, when the person came to meet him, the person was transgender. The guy ended up killing the transgender person. Now, the guy saying, like, he snapped because, you know, this person had lied to him for weeks and he snapped and blah, blah, blah. Now, that's extreme. But just think about it, like, you know, I'm just using that because that's like a real life situation that's going on. Not saying that catfish isn't real life, but just think about it. Like, you talk to somebody for weeks or months, maybe even years. You tell them stuff like your deepest, darkest, innermost thoughts and blah, blah, blah. And then turns out that this person is lying to you. That can make anybody snap. I mean, I'm not excused. Violence is never the answer. You know, but it can make somebody snap. And then, you know, I think back to other catfish stories where people have dated people for weeks or months, and the people, like if I'm dating someone that I met online, I don't know I'm being catfished. I'm pretty much putting my dating life on hold for this person. Because this person really, you know, they're not genuine. You know, it's never going to really be a real relationship between us. Because it's based off of a lie. Everything they've told me is a lie. But, you know, they going on living their life. Possibly they doing what they want to do. But me, if I'm really feeling this person, I potentially shut down everybody else. You know, I turn down dates, blah, 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 for this person. And it's all a lie. Like, that's wrong. And that can get you hurt. I'm just saying. Like I said, violence is never the answer. I don't condone violence in any way. I'm just saying, like, yeah, that can really get you hurt. Because I remember one case where the guy, he had sent the girl all kinds of money and all this stuff, and she didn't look nothing whatsoever. It was bad. And this is my thing, like, honestly, like, the bigger picture to catfish to me, and I'm about to wrap this up, really, a lot of these people that do the catfishing, like, they need help. It's something really wrong with them. Like, they need therapy, they need counseling, they need something. Because a lot of these stories, like, you can tell that the people honestly have low self-esteem. Like, you can tell. And y'all, I'm sorry, but I just feel like whether you are somebody that is, if it's something about yourself you don't like, do what you can to change it, okay? Now, some stuff you ain't gonna be able to change. You know, I mean, like like your complexion. If you super dark, it ain't a whole lot you can do that's safe to me. Because I do know they have like that bleaching stuff and all that stuff, but I don't feel like all that stuff is safe. But do what you know what I'm saying? Like, say, you know what? Yes, I may not be the super fan of my complexion, but I'm gonna be the best me in spite of it. If you somebody that's 300-400 pounds, 500-600-700, whatever, lose weight. I mean, trust me, I know I'm not a skinny person, but I'm not the biggest either. Let's get that together. But you know what I'm saying? Like, start eating better. Start baby steps. You ain't got to necessarily run to get no gym membership, because honestly, if you're that big, drinking water and eating right, the weight gonna start coming off regardless, even if you don't exercise. But I say that to say, like, before you get online and lie to somebody and make up these profile pictures and all this stuff that you won't never look like, if your self-esteem about yourself is that low, you know what I'm saying? If you have that many issues with yourself, then try to change it. Change what you can. I mean, that's just the honest truth of it. You know, do stuff to change what you can about yourself. That, you know, if it's something, I mean, I'd rather you do stuff to change what you can than to lie. So y'all, that's it. Next week, I think next week is gonna be a good one too. It's gonna be a man. Oh, I'm just gonna say this. This ain't no shade to nobody. But if you meet somebody online and they look just like a model, like stunning, it's probably a lie. I mean, because I'm looking at it like this right here. If you are that beautiful or that gorgeous or that handsome, if you're a man, why do you have to be online? Like, why do you have to date solely online? Like, I would imagine if you look like that, then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, now if you got, like, okay, like the girl Shatara last night. Like I said, she was cute to me. She to me favored K Michelle, and she sounded like her. But I mean, so she was real pretty. But she had, like, one of her teeth was a little bit messed up. Okay, you know, that's a little piece of a flaw. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that picture of quote unquote Priscilla, yeah, it was just too, I don't know, it was just too modelly for me. Like, so if you, PSA, okay, if you online and somebody message you and they just look flawless, like, yeah, go ahead and let that go, because they lying. Something, But as always, y'all, I do thank y'all for watching. I'm going to turn around, do Mirror real quick, and then upload. If you subscribe to my channel, thank you very much. If you don't, you just watch the video, thank you very much. If Catfish is interesting next week, I will be doing another one. But I think it is. I think it's going to be some foolishness about who it is, like who the person is. But again, y'all, I thank y'all for watching.